The rainfall is the primary parameter for agriculture. Now this statistic shows that India is constantly developing in agriculture. These are the countries which are developing in agriculture. In India, there is a demand continuously for fruits. If population increases, fruits will increase. Fruits needs more rainfall. It consumes more water throughout the year. Now vegetables are short amount of time. See, certain fruits require 4 months in order to fully develop, and certain fruits are yearly. During summer season only you will get mangoes. Throughout the year continuously one period of time only you will be getting the fruits. Vegetables are not like that. Even you can sow it for 2 to 3 months, you will be ripening it. You see in India how much million hectares we have. Currently we have 7 million hectares. So this is the agricultural land. How much of yield, fruit yield we get is 11.6 per hectare. Now if you compare with this, around 1.5 times of yield we are getting. If we are having a land, 1.5 times higher reap we are getting. When you compare US doesn't have most agricultural land. You see, when comparing India, it is very less, around 7 times it is less. 1.14 million hectares of land is there. But how much fruit they reap? 23.3. More than 2 times of India they reap. That is why in apples you see Washington apples. Even though US have very less amount of land, they are doing how much times higher? 1.123. They are developing around 20 times higher than the reap. What is the reason? Every country have their own monsoon. Throughout the year, same exists in US also. But even though they have the small amount of land, how they are making more profit in the sense, you see another statistics also I will show you regarding vegetables. This is regarding fruits. How much hectares of land they have? Around 1.1. How much of vegetables they concentrate is 32.5. So here we need a development and input from the engineers. Here do we have agricultural engineer? Latestly it is developing. Sir, how then US people are doing agriculture in the sense they are much more sophisticated. They install sensors in agricultural crops. If there is no water there, automatically the sensor says that 0% of moisture content in soil, so the crops will not grow. What it will do? Automatically drip irrigation will come. Have you heard drip irrigation? There will be a small pipe. From this pipe, if the moisture is very less, automatically the water will sprinkle, so that they are reaping more out of the resource what they have. But in Indian agriculture, we purely depend on human. We depend on monsoon. We don't have enough technology in order to get more GDP. Don't think that only software, only infrastructure, AI will develop our GDP. This is a common thing with here to highlight you that even agriculture is the greatest phenomena. In India, we are not developing more. We need to harvest more with more number of advanced technology is required. But in Spain countries, you see Spain, China, United States, for harvesting they have different types of machines. For sowing they have different types of machines. In India, we depend upon human and animal for this. Monsoon system is very highly seasonal, uneven and variable. Monsoon varies according to 70 to 80%. Southwest is higher in India, which you have to understand. Now northeast is mainly affecting the West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. In throughout the India, where we get more rice out of it, which state provides more rice per state in the sense, can you see here, Uttar Pradesh, 159.9 lakh tons of rice. Sir, how this state is developing more rice when compared to other state in the sense, which place you have maximum intensity of rainfall? This place, West Bengal, I told you no, in last class. You should be aware of what you are studying. Where is the highest amount of rainfall here? You see in this Eastern Ghats, you have high intensity of rainfall more than 400 centimeters. You see here, nearing this Madhya Pradesh, these places are very high, isn't it? 200 to 400. You can see there is a proportion, wherever you have high amount of rainfall, there you see rice. Rice needs rainfall or the water for 4 months, nearly 110 days required. If you sow the rice, after 110 days you can reap the rice. Throughout the time you need water. It starts to hit in June 1 and then 3 months it will constantly start to hit. This is called onset. The onset of rainfall. You see, in South India, Telangana is the place where you have 168 lakh tons of rice is being reaped here, and you can understand with this. Now can you see here, Rajasthan have 28 tons. Rajasthan, we understood there is a desert there, no? How they have 28 lakh tons of rice there? Desert is only at this Thar region, not in all parts. These parts are having a good amount of rainfall. That is why you have high amount of difference in this. This is minimum and maximum. There are several crops which grow in less amount of water. What are they? Pulses, oil seeds and fiber, which receives, even though less rainfall is there, it can give the crops. So this is second thing. Seasonal concentration will be more. Most of the parts will have long dry periods. Throughout the year, only 3 months we have rainfall. Rest of the 9 months we don't have rainfall. Long dry period is there in India. Next thing, uneven spatial distribution. Very high rainfall is there in which place in India? Punji. This is the place where we have high amount of rainfall in Western Ghats. This is Western Ghats. This is Eastern Ghats. Which is the maximum place we have rainfall is sites. Now next thing, moderate rainfall which is there in Indo-Gangetic plain. In this place where you have moderate rainfall, and eastern coastal plains, this you have moderate rain. Next thing is low rainfall is there in Thar desert. You can understand from here. This is the Ladakh Thar desert here. Low rainfall and Ladakh. More than Rajasthan, which is low. We think that Rajasthan is dry, but more than Rajasthan we have dry places. Ladakh, this is a cold desert area. Here and here we have very less amount of rainfall. Rainfall is uneven spatial distribution. Orthography is the height. How the height influences? Western Ghats and Himalaya strongly influence rainfall. Sir, why high amount of rainfall in this place? Because you have hill, isn't it? You have hill here. All the rainfall will fall before the hill, not after the hill. Here. Next thing, do you have hill here? Do you have hill? Himalayan region is here, no? What will happen? All the rainfall will fall here and not here. That is the reason, due to orthographic influences, this Western Ghats, this hill and this Eastern Ghats also have the influence of the rainfall. This is an orthographic influence. Windward slopes receive heavy rainfall. This is windward. In wind there are two technical concepts. One is windward, another one is leadward. If wind is blowing in this direction, whatever is there in my front is called windward, back side is called leadward. After this you will be not having leadward directions, will be very less. Deccan Plateau region or rain shadow regions. Next thing, purely you are discussing on India. Sir, in China, does they have even rainfall distribution? No. Similar to India, they have the trend. You see here, this is a southwestern part of China. You have high amount of rainfall here, and you see the comparison with northern part. This is north eastern part of China. There they don't have much rainfall, which is very less. When comparing to India, China have 600 millimeter of rainfall maximum. India, what is the maximum rainfall? 11,000 millimeter or 1,100 centimeter. But in China, they have very less rainfall. You see here, 2951.78 millimeter. That means 200 to 300 centimeter of rainfall only they have. That too in these places, and in the northern sides they don't have this kind of rainfall. So throughout the world, rainfall will not be even, it will be uneven only according to the geography it differs. So flood prone area will be there and droughts will be there. Where the floods will be high, these places, wherever you have high rainfall, floods will be there. Less rainfall, droughts will be there. Sir, within one day, if you have any hurricanes or floods, what will happen? The flash floods will happen quickly in 1 day or 2 days. All the rain will drop. So soil erosion will happen. Urban flooding. The water will stagnate. The water cannot be used for other purposes. Less effective groundwater recharge. This should not happen. Next thing is regional water patterns. Heavy rainfall and continuous rainfall in western places of India and northwestern places are scarcity and irregular. The northwestern part. This northwestern part which are scarcity, this is having high amount of rainfall. Have you heard any cyclones happening in Himachal Pradesh? Delhi cyclones will not come. Madhya Pradesh it will not come. Where does cyclones will come in the sense? Nearing coastal areas. Wherever you have water, seashore, these places you have high amount of cyclones. In a short time, all the water will be distributed. Which is high prone zone for cyclone? West Bengal. Do you have any ideas, or why does this place only having high amount of cyclone, this place and this? Why does here the cyclone is not happening of high intensity? Sir, here also sea is there, Arabian Sea is there, here West Bengal is there, Bay of Bengal is there. But why here this place only we are having high intensity of cyclone? Why not here? From here the wind comes. India doesn't have wind in this direction. Along with this direction it flows. That is called southwest wind. That is why before rainfall I took the wind. So wind is coming in this direction. That is why you have high number of cyclones here. Do you have hills here? Western Ghats stops here. You don't have hills here. Do you understand? Directly whatever wind is there, it is going to flow. That is why high amount of cyclones will be here. This place naturally you will not have cyclone. If you don't have cyclone in the sense, you will be not having droughts. So at the opposite place you will be having droughts. Now cyclonic place. Next thing is dependency on agriculture. This is an agricultural based economy in India. Sir, how much we earn from agriculture throughout India, in the sense which state provides most agricultural revenue? This is a contribution of agricultural and allied sectors in India. This is available in Ministry of Statistics. You have a ministry particularly for that. You will collect all the data from different ministries. This has been taken from there. Which state provides most of the agricultural output? Madhya Pradesh. Why? High amount of rainfall. Next one, Andhra Pradesh. Why? High rainfall is here. Now you check Rajasthan 29.7. Sir, Rajasthan is providing 29.7% of agricultural output in India, which is much controversial. Sir, very less amount of rainfall, but agricultural output they are having. How? Like other states, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, which only contribute around 10 to 13%, suffer due to rainfall. But here you check, even though they don't have rainfall, how they are doing agriculture and creating economy. Do they have sugarcane? No. Do they have rice? Very less. They have, but very less. What are the crops they have is very dry crops, which requires very less amount of water. Wheat doesn't need more amount of water. They develop wheat here. Gujarat, etc. Very less amount of water is essential for that. They depend on canal irrigation system. Oh, have you heard about canal irrigation system? At a particular place, the water will be available through small canals, which will be about a height of 2 meter, up to 2 meter height. The water will be distributed to all the places. So that is the reason Rajasthan develops more amount of agricultural products in India. Now this is another thing, state-wise share. Which is the top states which contributes on agriculture is Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Punjab and Andhra Pradesh. Through this only we are getting more GDP from agriculture. You see here, we are here. Karnataka, Uttarakhand, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Goa. Even though Goa have high amount of rainfall, you see here, even though they have high amount of rainfall, they are not concentrating in agriculture. As an engineering student, you should understand that, sir, in which area agriculture can be developed. You can develop sensors. You can develop database. These database I am giving to you. Which crop requires, what are the parameters? They need moisture content, they need water level, humidity, temperature. These are the data required, how much products they develop. Now here this is the spatial distribution of that. You see here, this is the graph of Rajasthan state. This is a map. Here this is called 1A. 1A is called very less amount of water they have. This is the place where they have Thar desert. In these places you have high amount of rainfall. That is why Rajasthan uses completely these places to develop the crops. The whole state is covered with desert. Only a particular part. Rest of the states are highly contributing to the crops. That is why they are topping the table in development of agriculture. Next thing. This is 1970. This column. You see this is 2019. Sir, we think that agriculture is keep on depleting in India. No, that is not the fact. This statistics show that in 1970 we were at this place. In 2019 we are in well developed place. In 1970 you see we have average yield around 1123, but in 2019 how much time it increased in India? 4 times. Agriculture is not depleting in India. 4 times of rice we are reaping higher. Then next crop, wheat you see 1307. In 2019 statistics, more than 3 times it is increased. You see here cotton, in 1970 we had 106, but in 2019 we have 1156. How much time it increased? 10 times. Textile industry is keep on increasing. Due to industry only, the agriculture is increasing. So textile industry increased. What about others? Others don't have any industry. Do you have any rice industry? No rice industry is there. If you do industrialization, then only the improvement will come. Pulses. In 1970s, we had pulses of 524 in average kilogram per hectare. Now, this is a current statistic. Pulses are very less in India. This thing have to be improved. Improving roads, power generation, infrastructure, knowledge in grains, reforms have increased 40% to 500% in 40 years in India. So still there is a graph to be increased. In India, agricultural engineering is increasing, more agricultural products can be developed. Impact of climate change, what will happen? Extreme rainfall will be there or dry spells. Dry spell means no rainfall. Now distribution of rainfall in India, there are 4 types of distribution. First one is very high, which is Western Ghats, Northeastern states, Andaman and Nicobar. Areas of heavy rainfall is 100 to 200 centimeter, which are eastern, northern plains, coastal Andhra Pradesh. You have a website which is covered by Indian Meteorological Department. Today you have rainfall in Bangalore. You know that in Kumbhalgod we don't have rainfall. Do you know that today do we have rainfall in Meghalaya? If you want to check here. If you are visiting for any trips, if you are going for any place in India, you want to know that rainfall is there or not, you go to this website. They give the statistics in rainfall information state wise and district wise. You can check here. Today there is no rainfall throughout Karnataka. Throughout Karnataka I have checked it today. There is no rainfall. Like that you can visit this website called Indian Meteorological Department. The area of moderate rainfall is interior Deccan Plateau and Gujarat. Low rainfall is western Rajasthan and Ladakh. Now this is a statistics which is taken from the Indian Meteorological Department. Yearly they collect this details. June 1 up to month of 29th of September, what is the pattern of rainfall throughout the day? They will put a pattern here. You can check that either rain will come or not. This can be used. If you are agricultural background student, you note this. They will sow the seed. When does rainfall will occur? You can understand from here. What is the amount of rainfall in millimeter? It has been graphed here, and this is cumulative actual rainfall, and this is cumulative normal rainfall. So what is the amount of rainfall can come in next month? You can check. This month is February, in the sense how much of rainfall we can expect. By this graph you can understand the expectancy of the rain.